In Balochistan, the BLA led by Braham Das Bukti, also connected to Jandullah's terrorist network terrorizing Iran, is active in targeting all non-Baloch and Chinese nationals to try to stir up an ethnic war and distance Pakistan from Iran and its ally China.
I know of Braham Das, who is a terrorist sitting in Kabul, who comes to your country and he is welcomed here by your intelligence organizations. We know that.
The second layer of the anti-Pakistan offensive is on the political front. The way all important PPP leaders were sidelined to bring Asif Ali Zardari on stage and prevent the opposition including PMLN from trying to prevent or oppose his ascent to power raised many eyebrows. The NRO gave a legal cover to all of Zardari's corruption charges, clearing the way for him to enter politics. Asif Ali Zardari made history by becoming the most corrupt and most unpopular president in the history of Pakistan. A man who, according to a New York psychiatrist, Philip, suffers from severe emotional instability, memory loss and concentration problem. This puppet attempted to tame the ISI by bringing it under government control, cut the nuclear budget and leak details of Pakistan's nuclear assets. But fortunately for us, he has had little success thanks to the pressure from the military. So apart from fighting external threats, the military and ISI also has to keep a check on its own corrupt political government, further limiting its capabilities. In Sindh, the MQM, and in NWFP, the ANP are the two other political parties that have been installed who have a violent past and a separatist nature. MQM has on several occasions tried to ignite a small-scale civil war, including the massacre carried out on 12th May. It has struck again several times since after the Mumbai attacks, especially targeting the Pakhtuns of Sindh, trying to stir up a civil war on ethnic lines. But the resilience of the people of Pakistan has prevented them in succeeding.
हर वक्त हर गली में चूरन वाले की तरह चोर चोरा चूरन खा लो चटपटा चूरन चूरन वर्दी उतारो वर्दी उतारो.
The third front is the media, which is playing a major role in demoralizing the nation by spreading fear of breakup of Pakistan and demonizing the military and ISI, which happens to be the only state institution which has some credibility and is standing up for the defense of Pakistan.
तो सूरत-ए-हाल ये है कि वी हैव लॉस्ट दिस टेरिटरी. इधर तो कोई पाकिस्तान का नाम नहीं लेता, जो पाकिस्तान का नाम लेता है उसको ये गोली मार देते हैं. तो वी हैव आई थिंक लॉस्ट, हम ये इलाका खो चुके हैं.
The biggest threat here is not terrorism, but from the murky force within the Pakistan establishment itself. It is now 2 years since the Pakistan army seized power here in a bloodless coup, and the gates of the Parliament building remain firmly locked. But there is another shadowy presence here, a so-called hidden government that even the army has trouble controlling. It is the ISI, or Inter-Services Intelligence Agency, a 10,000-strong security monolith that openly defies governments here.
It's a Pakistani Taliban. Taliban is a creation of Pakistan. Over the last several years, they've been roaring in to try and take control of parts of Pakistan, and now they have. The Swat Valley is the most fertile, richest part of the northwest frontier province, and people are very concerned. We've just been talking to former Pakistani officials, concerned that that means they're going to move down next to Peshawar, a well-known town. We all know.
लिहाजा जो इस वक्त पूरी दुनिया में कैंपेन बिल्ड की जा रही है, और आप देखेंगे कि हमारे अपने मुल्क में लोग नादानी में किस बुरी तरह इस कैंपेन का शिकार होते हैं कि मुल्क में जो दहशतगर्दी होती है, मुल्क में जो बम फटता है, मुल्क में जो फसाद होता है, अपने ही लोग कहने लगते हैं कि आईएसआई करा रहे हैं.
बिल्कुल खुद पे ब्लेम करने,
यानी ना इंडियंस को ब्लेम करेंगे, ना सीआईए को ब्लेम करेंगे, ना रॉ को ब्लेम करेंगे, ना मोसाद को ब्लेम करेंगे, ना किसी और यानी जैसे वो सब हमारे दोस्त हैं और हमारा दुश्मन हमारी आर्म फोर्सेस, हमारी मुसल्लह अफवाज और आईएसआई हमारी दुश्मन है.
वेरी राइट.
यानी इंसान शिकवा भी कोई बेजा भी करे तो लाजिम है, शऊर वाली बात है. क्योंकि एक मर्तबा आईएसआई और आर्म फोर्सेस न्यूट्रलाइज हो जाते हैं, फिर हमारे न्यूक्लियर और मिसाइल प्रोग्राम को रोकने डिफेंस करने वाला कोई नहीं
बिल्कुल.
और जब एक दफा हमारा न्यूक्लियर और मिसाइल प्रोग्राम इन्होंने रिमूव कर दिया, अल्लाह न करे जो कि नहीं कर पाएंगे कभी इंशाल्लाह, फिर पाकिस्तान को तोड़ना, पाकिस्तान में बराह रास्त इन्वेजन करना या फौजें दाखिल करना या बगावतें बर्पा करवाना, वो सारे एलिमेंट्स ऐसे हैं कि जो इनके लिए वो रास्ता उसका खुल जाता है. अभी वो घबराते हैं कि पाकिस्तान को एक हद से ज्यादा डिस्टेबलाइज नहीं करते, क्योंकि जब तक न्यूक्लियर और मिसाइल प्रोग्राम के बारे में इनको पता न लग जाए.
An impression has been developed that the Pakistani army is fighting against the Mujahideen and is an infidel army, which is not true.
मैं बार बार आप लोगों को बताता रहा हूँ कि ये मोमिन का, ये मुसलमान का, ये एक जहादी का किरदार इस तरह नहीं होता जिस तरह इन्होंने अपने आप को साबित किया. अभी तो इन्होंने साफ साबित कर दिया ये दहशतगर्द है. किसी को कोई शक नहीं होना चाहिए इसमें. ये जहादी नहीं है, जहादी मेरे लड़के हैं. तुम लोग जहाद तुम लोग कर.
The fourth front is to destroy Pakistan's economy, for which India has started to block Pakistan's waterways by building dams on rivers originating in Indian-occupied Kashmir in blatant disregard of the Indus Water Treaty of 1960. This is aimed at destroying Pakistan's agro-based economy. The rest of the job is being excellently executed by Mr. 10%. It should also not be forgotten that the American ambassador to AfPak, Richard Holbrooke, was the architect of the breakup of Yugoslavia. And the recent statement of the Israeli Foreign Minister Avigdor Lieberman that Pakistan is a greater strategic threat to Israel than Iran gives a wider perspective of the war against Pakistan. This whole war on terror has taken a heavy toll on the lives of Pakistanis, and nearly 2 to 3 million people have become internally displaced. But despite all this chaos, turmoil and bad governance, a lot of positive developments have also taken place.